Hi, my name is Nicole Hudson, and I am the founder of Wander Freely Yoga, a certified Saluna life coach, and I've been guiding with Maine General for over a year. I'd like to walk you through a little bit of movement to get up in the morning, get you going, kind of work out the stiffness from the night. And so we're going to work through the 6 movements of the spine, followed by Surya Namaskar A, also known as Sun Salutations A. And so you can start in a comfortable seat. I have myself on a blanket. You can be on a blanket or a towel. That's going to elevate the hips a little bit and allow you to lift up through the torso a bit more. So once you find yourself grounded in your lower body, take a deep inhale, reach your arms all the way up and overhead. As you exhale, take your right hand to the ground, left arm will reach over to the side. And so breathing into your side ribs, take another inhale. And soften your shoulders away from your ears as you exhale. Inhale your arms up to a T, reach from fingertip to fingertip, find some expansion, and then take your left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Again, press down into your sits bones, reach up through your fingertips, soften your shoulders away. And inhale again, arms up to a T, expand side to side. Inhale your arms all the way up and overhead. Take your left hand in front, right arm behind for a twist. Press down into the ground, and as you do so, think of lifting the crown of your head high. Deep inhale. Exhale, lightly draw your navel towards your spine and see if that helps you to deepen the twist. One more. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, take both arms up and overhead. Find a moment at neutral so the vertebrae can kind of find back to a neutral point. And then as you exhale, twist in the other direction. Again, palms connect down, press down to lift up. And then as you exhale, slight engagement of your navel towards your spine to deepen your twist. Inhale, both arms up towards center, palms connect above you. Exhale, everything down to your heart space. So that's lateral and rotation. Next, we'll move into flexion and extension of the spine. Transition onto your hands and knees. Always the option to bring a blanket or towel under your knees here for support. Stack your shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees, so you find the stability of your shape first. Really press down through your thumb and your first finger, and as you inhale, send your tailbone back, reach the crown of your head forward. Think of shoulders moving away from your ears. As you exhale, press down into the ground, pull your navel up, and allow that to round you into your cat. Twice more. Inhale, tailbone back, crown forward, find some length. Press down into your hands, press down into your shins, draw your navel up. Last one, inhale to find a drop. And exhale, draw everything in. Come back to a neutral spine once more. Tuck your toes underneath and imagine that you're unraveling to your downward facing dog. So as you start to send your hips back, you send your heels to the ground, hips to the sky, and then heart towards your legs. I always recommend keeping a nice generous bend into your knees, especially if this is your first down dog of the day. And really think of focusing on lifting your hips and maintaining length in your spine. You might notice if you straighten your legs, you start to find a round in the back, right? So by bending the knees, you can maintain length in the spine. Take 3 rounds of breath once you find your first down dog. And once you've completed your 3 cycles, gaze to the front of your mat. Slowly start to walk your way all the way forward, forward fold. Feet are about hip width distance apart or about 2 fists. And again, keep that nice bend into your knees, soften through your back, and you can lightly engage your core. So navel pulls in and up slightly. When you find contraction in the front body, you can start to find opening in the back body. Take a couple shakes, yes and no, with your head. And then press down into your feet nice and strong. Slide your hands up to your shins. Press your hands into your shins. Press your shins into your hands. And just like we did in our cows and cats, send your tailbone back, crown of your head forward, shoulders move away from your ears, so there's some extension there. And then again, engage through your core, forward fold, let your back body get soft. Slight bend into your knees, active press down, palms connect as you reach your arms all the way up and overhead. And then exhale, bring your hands down to your heart, release down, Tadasana Mountain Pose. So we'll go through this first round of Sun A nice and slow, and then we'll take 3 to follow. As you inhale, arms up. Exhale, micro bend your knees, take your fold. Inhale, slide up to your half lift, hands to shins. Ears move away from shoulders. And then exhale, refold. Palms to the ground, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Step your left foot to the back of your mat, high plank. Shift forward. We'll take a knee drop on this first one. So drop your knees and then pull your elbows back as you reach the crown of your head forward and lower to your belly. Untuck your toes. Keep your elbows hugged in. Press your hips down as you start to find a slight back bend. And then exhale, release your forehead back down to the earth. Tuck your toes underneath. Press up to tabletop. And again, unravel. So send your hips back. Send your heels low. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. Turn your gaze towards the front of your mat. Step your right foot through between your hands, followed by your left. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, hands to your shins, tailbone back, crown forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, refold. Press your feet down, take your arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale your hands to your heart, release down, Tadasana Mountain Pose. So option to stay in this next round with your knees to the ground and pushing it back to table. This next round, we're going to work with knees lifted if you prefer. And so inhale your arms up, little bend into your knees, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground, step your left foot back this time, followed by your right, high plank. Shift forward a little bit, elbows hug back, head forward, lower to belly. Untuck your toes, press your hips down, draw your elbows in, lift up to your back bend, and then exhale, take your head to the ground. Tuck your toes underneath either through tabletop or fire up your legs, reverse push up, hips up and back, downward facing dog. This time 2 breaths in and out. Last one. Gaze to the front, step your left foot forward, followed by your right, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, refold. Strong press down, little bend as you reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Release down, Tadasana. This third round, we're going to add Chaturanga, moving into a full up dog, and then to down dog. So you can take variation A or B that we've already worked with. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Palms to the ground, step your right foot back, followed by your left, high plank. This time, shift forward, bend your elbows back. You're going to hover at about 90 degrees, and then shift your hips forward, flip to the tops of your feet as you press your heart forward. Engage your core, roll your hips up and back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths in. And out. 1 more. Gaze to the front, right foot to the front, followed by the left, Uttanasana. Inhale to your half lift, and exhale, fold. Press down, reach up, find those opposite forces, and then exhale, hands to your heart. Release down, Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, so let's take one all together. Choose your variation, and when you're ready, arms up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to the ground, left foot steps back, followed by the right, lower down, your choice. Back bend of your choice. All the way to downward facing dog. 2 breaths in. And out. One more inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, heels reach down. Release down to your knees. Untuck your toes, and you can either take a child's pose from here, or bring your knees about as wide as your mat, toes together, and release your forehead down. Stay here and rest for 3 rounds of breath. Press back into your palms, shift yourself back up, walk your knees back underneath your hips, and either crisscross your ankles behind you or sweep your feet off to the side, and once more make your way onto your sits bones. And so you might notice there's a little bit more heat in your body already. You might notice there's a little bit more mobility within your spine. And so again, great way to build some heat, to build some mobility, strength, and flexibility. If you have any questions, please feel free to include them in the comments below. And otherwise, I hope to see you again soon for more tips on our vinyasa practices and how we can keep getting into our breath bodies and our physical bodies for optimal health and well-being. Thank you very much.